I have no idea why the camera can't see me well this morning and why I'm getting so much glow. And I'm wondering why. What significant might exist around that? Because it doesn't happen all the time. But what does it take to be seen? To be seen clearly? Are we ever seen clearly? We think we see clearly, but do we? And so I'm imagining being here in this moment. Is it really for anyone else anyway? Or is it just for ourselves? Is anything that we do really for anyone else? Or is it for ourselves? And if we accepted that it was for ourselves, instead of trying to protect an ego, an image, an identity that we are this kind of person or that kind of person, and to try to get someone else to like us or to behave a certain way with us and around us. How would we show up? Would we be so concerned about how we show up? Would we worry about whether or not the camera can focus? Whether or not we have enough lighting or not enough lighting? Would we be so concerned about how we appear? Maybe we would, because it seems to make a difference in the world around us, and it seems to get us different results. How we appear, how other people interpret us and judge us seems to matter. Whether or not they respect us, whether or not they enjoy our company, seems to matter. Creates different experience. But what if we acknowledge that we're not doing it for anyone else but us? And what if we decided that without judgment, without it being a judgment thing, but just an acknowledgement and an observation? Then would we choose differently? Would we still show up? Would we show up for ourselves because we decided we were going to? Would we change anything at all? Why would we change anything at all? Why not change everything? Since we're doing it all for ourselves anyway. If none of it matters, really, if we're choosing all of it for ourselves, then why does any of it matter? Why does any of it matter? If it all matters but just to me, if it all matters mostly to me, if it changes how other people perceive me, and it does, and it does, but does any of it matter? Any? Does any of it matter? It does. But what if I made all of my choices just for me? Because none of it gets seen clearly anyway. I don't get seen clearly anyway by others or by myself. It's all through a fuzz. It's all through an approximation. It's not the whole truth. What is the whole truth? The whole truth is so much bigger than anything we can imagine. And it all matters, and yet none of it matters. And the choices that I'm making because somehow, somewhere in my belief, in my energy is a belief that it will change my experience, my outcome, my results. I just had a long conversation yesterday about. I had several long conversations yesterday. Yeah, what was I saying? Good morning.
Good morning.
I've been entertaining myself. I've been I've been entertaining myself here, just musing on why my camera doesn't see me clearly, and what would happen if I did it anyway, even if I'm only here by myself and nothing else matters anyway. And what do I want to choose anyway? Because on the one hand, it all matters, and on the other hand, none of it matters at all. And I'm making my decisions and choices and taking my actions because of my perception of what kind of results they're going to get me, and somehow I want to control my results. So, what if I just choose what to do because I want to? This is a very interesting question that has been asked by humans for generations and generations. I'm not sure when we started asking it consciously. And we're so well trained. So many of us are so well trained. I don't need to go down that because I don't need to create that kind of energy on a Monday morning. But What does it matter anyway? And what will I choose? Because I want to show up anyway. And do what? What if I acknowledge that everything I choose for myself? And what if I were more conscious about the way and what I was choosing? And worried less about other people? Except their way, I'm choosing the things that I'm choosing so that they'll give me different things or give me certain things. It's a bit of a conundrum. This is the meditation of the day. Ooh, I'm feeling pretty silly. Because what does it matter anyway? Does this bump on my head matter anyway? The bruise I got from my dog, of all things. It actually shows up on, so little shows up on camera, especially.
Wow. When did that happen?
That happened 3 days ago.
I
That
don't think I noticed it in person.
it was there, and the makeup actually made it work. Well, anyway, it was there. So that was on Friday, and today's Monday. So yeah, she
Wow.
has she has a very hard head. Between us, we have very hard heads. So this is just kind of a silly day today. Today is just a silly day. Ah, and part of why it's silly is because a couple days ago I decided that one of my non-negotiables is laughter. And I didn't rest well. I didn't sleep well through the night. And one of the things that I remembered was, oh, because I woke up and the dog was having hiccups. The same dog that met heads with. Um, she was having hiccups. And I remembered when I was a toddler, when I was a child, my mother would tickle me until I would have hiccups. And I loved the laughter and the tickling until I had hiccups because the hiccups hurt. And I wondered, in light of that and the other experiences I've been having lately, if my body has closed it down to laughter in part because of those experiences. If the difficulty that I've had with my diaphragm, which has also, I believe, caused problems with my heart, and an accumulation, the cumulative effects of that actually had to do with stopping laughter. The intention to make it stop and to not have that experience of the pain of hiccups. So, between that and other reasons, laughter has become an identified non-negotiable. So finding new ways, new ways to have more laughter in my life. And what if I decide and choose to be more playful instead of more serious? Because so much of my life I chose the serious because that's what I was told would make the difference, and being serious is what it takes to have an important life. And what if that was not true? And how do I become more playful and have more laughter? I don't really know yet, but I can try because I can be serious, and that part is easy. But I like having fun. I like laughter better. It feels better. So, since I get to choose for myself anyway, I'm choosing everything I'm creating anyway. What if we choose what feels better? What if we choose to create those things? What is it that makes us feel better? Anyway, so what if everything we learn to do, not to force anything, but to be what we want to be, to feel the way we want to feel. What does it feel like to feel the way we want to feel? What does it feel like to feel the way we want to feel, even if we're fuzzy, even if the perception doesn't see us accurately, because it never will anyway. So since it won't be clear anyway, what if we just feel good and love ourselves just the way we are, and have more laughter if that's what we want? And who wouldn't want that? I don't know. I can't imagine. Laughter and feeling happy because we choose to, instead of trying to make ourselves be seen so seriously all the time. This is my meditation and my blessing today. Ooh. Heep, boo. And so it is.